I sit here today. I sit here today reflecting on everything that's happened. I sit here today reflecting on the events that have taken place since the deaths of John Trudell and Rose Downland. I sit here and reflect on the fact that our people have been remained divided. We remain stripped down, taken away from our sense of purpose. You see, long ago, back in 1968, the real founders of the American Indian movement were not the men. The real founders of the American Indian movement did not create the American Indian movement. What they created was the American Indian movement for justice. Because that's what our people truly crave: justice. Justice for the 500 years of pure hell. Justice for the 500 years of mistreatment. Justice for the mass genocide, slavery. Justice for the assimilation and trying to strip us down and bare of our true identities and taking away the very essence of who we are in here. Justice for the wrongful deaths of women and children that the very U.S. military is shot at. Justice for the massacre of Wounded Knee. Justice for the massacre that Columbus committed. Justice for the massacre that Andrew Jackson committed. Justice for the massacre that George Washington orchestrated toward to the Iroquois Nation. Justice for Sitting Bull. Justice for Crazy Horse. Justice for all those who have died at the hands of corrupt white men in the name of trying to acquire something that did not belong to you to begin with. For among our people, the concept of owning land is a strange concept. How can you own something to which does not belong to you? How do you own land? How do you possess earth that claim it's yours when it's not? How can you violate your mother, the earth? To us, that is a stupid concept. What's more crazy? You living under the illusion that all the money and all the guns and all the power and all the influence that can keep you on top, thinking that you're immortal, or could you have a more humble attitude and understand that your body will die down one day? Your body will cave in. Your body won't be here anymore at one point. Everything you know and around you will cave in and will wash away. The earth will live on despite us. The earth will live on despite anything. The earth will be here long after we're gone. This body that I have right here, it's a shell. One day it will die. One day it will cease to be among the land of the living. Then I will join the council fire in the sky with everybody else who have come before me. One day I will get to hug my mentors and hug those who have influenced me and say thank you. It is good to finally join you. But until then, I sit here. I open my mouth. I speak out. I speak on behalf of Anime Pictou. I speak on behalf of those on behalf of those who have come before me. I speak on behalf of the broken lives and the murdered Native Americans who the government has failed to find all their killers and to bring all their killers to justice. I speak on behalf of those at Standing Rock. You think all the guns you have, all the tanks, all the physical power and influence you have makes you strong? In my opinion, that makes you more of a coward. Because only a coward would sit there and use guns and attack dogs and unleash them on innocent women and children who are not armed with guns. Only a coward needs to behave like a bully to get their point across. Yet we stand there, we smudge, we sweat lodges, we bang the drum, we dance the dance. And all we say is, this is wrong what you were doing. This is wrong. Because all land, all life is sacred and precious to us. Yet you sit there and you take life and you stamp it out and you gamble with it like it's a piece of garbage to be thrown away. What we suffer today is a thing called social pollution. Social pollution is the act of sitting there and keeping people divided and creating a negative social energy to keep people divided and controlled around you, so that they cannot be aware of the fact that you're the ones actually pulling the heartstrings. You're the ones calling all the shots. The upper 1% view social pollution as a way of keeping people confined and controlled. Because at the end of the day, the American people outnumber the U.S. military and the government 10 to 1. There are more of us than there are of them, and they're aware of that. They fear a revolt. They fear everything. That's why the very politicians who want to run this country want to take away certain freedoms from us. They say they won't do things. They say they won't do them, that they won't screw us over. But my people have been on the receiving end of the white man's lies. They said, oh, we are shutting down construction at Standing Rock. Yet no more than 4 days after that decree was met, construction started up all over again. The same thing happened at Wounded Knee back in 1973. The same people, the same government that said, yes, we will give the Lakotas what they want. Their rebuttal to the terms of negotiations was putting Russell Means in handcuffs and carting him off to prison. So in my opinion, you want to sit there and feed your lie, you want to sit there and smile at me and say you have our best interest at heart? You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Because at the end of the day, my people have integrity. Those indigenous to the Western Hemisphere, from the top of Saskatchewan all the way down to the bottom of Biobao. We have our integrity, our spirit, our sense of the true essence of who we are. We let the fire within awaken and come out in the very spirit of who we are. You cannot put that fire out because it is growing. It is getting bigger and stronger. And here we are, and here we will stay. For all those who watch this, do the ghost dance. The ghost dance is our ongoing prayer, our ongoing outcry. Let the ghost dancers come back. Let the message get out there. Let the song of our ancestors come loud and free. Let those who have passed on before us, let their voices be heard through you as you dance in a circle and bang the drum and sing it out loud. Let Wovoka's and prophecy come true. Let the Condor Eagle Union come together. Let the tribes of the North and the South come together and be one again. Divided we are nothing, but together there is truly nothing we cannot accomplish. Help every person who is labeled as Puerto Rican, Cuban, Honduran, Haitian. Let all them know that you are the Arawak. You are different clans of the Arawak nation, of a beautiful people. We must let go of the certain lies and labels that have been struck upon us. That's how they control us, by creating lies, deception, creating negative energy, social pollution. Social pollution is the very thing that will kill us. It is the very thing that is killing the earth. It is the very thing that's killing us. Because there is social pollution floating in the air. Everywhere you turn, the earth is dying. Our way of life is dying. This cannot go on any further. For us to come together and to fix these problems, we must let go of that. The social pollution. We must let go of greed. We must let go of all that stuff. The illusion is that we don't have any power. The illusion is that we cannot do anything about it. The illusion is that they think we don't have the playing cards. We do have the playing cards by simply choosing not to buy their products and to not buy into their line of bullshit, and to cross our arms like so and to say no, we're not standing for it anymore. If you've chosen to watch this, then get your ass down to Standing Rock and do what you can. Protest. Put a stop to it.